Okay, I'm Friday 13th. I'm going to post a video anyway. I don't care. It's going to be a follow-up to yesterday's video. If you saw it about Pluto, last run, last transit in Capricorn. It's retrograde, which it's been retrograde and in the sign of Capricorn since September 3rd. It's going to be that way, retrograding in Capricorn till October 11th. It'll go back direct, finally go back out of Capricorn for its final time for 240 years. And then back into Aquarius. What does that all mean? While it's Capricorn is hosting Pluto going retrograde, here's what we're looking at. You must observe. You must watch everything that's going on. Capricorn in astrology rules how this simulation was built, why it's built, who runs it, why it's not in your best interest when you truly just live from a pure soul perspective, and how you can observe and mirror and battle it, so to speak. Don't want you doing too much till the 11th of October because it's basically keep assessing here. And I'm going to give you some more things today that happened as well as the ones I put in yesterday's video. Pluto's your soul. What happens to you when you get here is, and you've been here, and we've been at this stage before, whether you believe it or not, and I really don't care. But I'm not going into details there. But the truth is that as this thing it unfolds and as we live here, we start seeing where maybe we tripped up in past lives from the soul perspective, Pluto. Maybe we tried to take too much power or control, or we relinquished it and gave it up. Well, this simulation is looking for souls that carry the life force and they're closer to pure. I think if you're watching this video, you're in that group because you just want to get better. You want to do what's right. You want to be responsible, accountable, and that's all the things that I talk about all the time. That's why I know you're here. If you followed me, you might have just tripped upon me. Maybe you'll learn. Maybe you won't like me. It's okay too. I'm not really here for friends anymore. I'm here to man, I'm just trying to get better, trying to surround myself with the same, and let's go. So as Pluto's retrograde in Capricorn, your soul and your lessons are you to learn how you got tripped up, trapped, whatever. What the truth is here is you have the life force. You know how the universe works. You brought that here, and that this simulation, it attacks the hell out of you for that, and at every turn tries to take advantage of you. In other words, you are the host. You have the life force. You brought it here. You're trying to improve, make it better. Well, they're trying to do nothing of the above. They're a parasite. They're trying to just hook onto you, live off of your life force. Do as little as they have to, get as much out of you as they can. How they've done it, it's interesting, and hopefully you're going to observe more and see more. But how they've done it is when they gain enough access to you to where every scenario they put you in, they win on both sides. You feel like you have to because that you're going to do your part. You understand karma, but you're the only one living in the karma equation. They're not. What they realize is if they can get you, and this is what the government does to you, get you to sign the contract or to agree, then they don't have to do anything else. They just come back and go, well, that was what you did. Look in your life, your whole life, how you've done that. You've done it with the Social Security number. You've done it with a bank account. You've done it with the IRS. They don't come after you. They appear to. They put you in fear. And then you're like, oh, everybody else is doing it. You're looking around. You're going, that's what I have to do. So you want to be really careful here. The scenarios they set up are good for them, like a parasite truly is. They come to you and they attach to you and go, now, how much of the life force can I get? They realize you give them some. Guess what they do at the next turn? Go to the next level. Take more of your life force till eventually you're on life support and you don't even know it. You're exhausted. You don't get your value back. You don't even consider looking for your value back because you're trying to do the right thing in this simulation that doesn't care about you doing the right thing ever. Wake up, okay? Pluto in Capricorn is showing us all that. This last retrograde is your chance to observe and truly see it for what it is. My plan of attack, and it's been very interesting, it's the triangle attack, and that is that you get the life force point. How are you trying to live your life, and who's pulling? Triangle. Pluto in Capricorn retrograde is your ability to pick this up. You're being preyed upon because you do your part, and you value people, what they think of you and whatever. Well, if somebody's only caring about taking your life force or sucking your ability to gather resources or your value away from you, why do you care what they think of you? I'm begging you to look at this. And they're at the end here, and you know they're at the end because they're trying to, all the companies are, and I'm going to give you 2 examples here in a minute, trying to go to AI, and I'm going to tell you how they get there and why. As you know, like I know, data's the biggest lie in the history of the universe. It's proven everywhere you turn. The government lies to you. The media lies to you. The Federal Reserve lies to you. Your local governments lie to you. And you don't get it. You don't think people do that because that's not what you would do. You've got to stop that and start observing what others are actually doing versus seeing what they do, compare to who you are with that, and then go, yeah, they wouldn't do that. I know they wouldn't do that to me, even though they've been doing it all along. So I need you to wake up from there. Here's my scenarios. I'm a huge Carolina Panther fan. That's why my channel is Panther Jim 1995. The Panthers were established in 95. I bought personal seat license tickets. Just hear me out on this because it's hilarious. What happened was you had to buy actually the seat, and then every year in the contract that they negotiated, it was good for them. You paid for the seat, which then paid for the stadium as well. Or I think it went right to the owner. The taxpayers paid for the stadium. That's just how it worked because we got so hooked into this and we figured it was a good investment, which it was. My family enjoyed it since 95. And so what happened is you had to actually buy the seat, so to speak. And then to keep that every year, you had to buy the tickets. So they guaranteed to sell out if they sold the PSLs, which they did. Fast forward to now. If you're not an NFL fan, I get it. I'm barely one. It's all I can do to try to watch that scripted, simulated, what they call football. It's not. It's all predetermined, and it's a disaster. Well, we've drafted terribly. We got a terrible owner who supposedly has a lot of money. They keep telling us how rich he is. He's terrible. And that's my opinion. You can do your own research on it. Since he's come here, we've gone from Super Bowl to we're the worst team in the NFL. By far, not even none. I think we played the Saints, who I think are the second worst team. They just beat us 47-10 for the first game of the year. So I think we're not even close. We've securely grabbed the worst team in the NFL. Here's what they're doing. I'm getting emails. I have 6 tickets. My brother has 6. We're next to each other. We're in 3 sets of 4. We're next to each other, 2 in 3 different sets. They keep sending me, hey, upgrade your PSL, upgrade your PSL. Why? Because this economy's fallen, NFL's fallen. You know what they've done is last year. I said this to everybody when Taylor Swift started showing up to games. They had to take the other big entertainment industry, one of the other big ones, because they've already done the movie stars, Matthew McConaughey and whoever. You got all these guys into football trying to show that Hollywood's there. Well, they went to Taylor Swift and they said, go with this guy, whatever. It's all scripted. Act like football's the greatest thing you ever saw, and date the tight end, whatever. And the tight end will date you. You're going to actually act like you love each other. And then we're going to go together, and these 2 big conglomerates will make it look like the NFL is a hot ticket. Trust me, it's not, and I'm going to tell you why. So we know it's a bullshit act with Taylor Swift. We know it's a bullshit act with the NFL and a bullshit act with the tight end with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm getting all these emails, buy more PSLs or upgrade your PSLs. So I call them and say, look, my brother and I together have 12. Can I get 6? Well, you cut me down to 6. That way, I said, we're not going, and we can't even give the tickets away. Nobody even wants to go. They make you go through Ticketmaster. They give you a suggested price that they say will move your tickets. You put it on the exchange, never sell, never sell, never sell. Nobody buys them, even at the price they suggest, which is a tenth of what the price was to buy them. So I donate to a cancer group here close that has a house for mothers with small children, stuff. They can live there when they're struggling, when they're sick, when they're whatever. They get care. It's for cancer. I get the cancer thing. Don't jump on me for that. I was just trying to help, right? I knew a couple girls and I wanted to help that were in it. I do 4 tickets a year in the Panthers, and I also donate some money year in and year out there. and they auction them off at their auction every year. I get a notice back after the auction because I didn't get it back that who got them or who to send them to. They didn't even auction off any of the 4 tickets. Nobody even paid anything for them. That's hilarious to me, not for the cancer group, but to the NFL. I couldn't even auction off NFL tickets that they're making you think are so important and revered. What I also get right after I talk to the Panthers, call me to exchange these tickets, and I asked to take 12, move them to 6, move me down, and so we messed with him a little bit. He's telling us how important it is, whatever, and then I explained those scenarios I just explained to you, and then he didn't admit it, but he's like, I get it, and so I told him, I said, look, let us see the 6 seats you're proposing. We have Kansas City coming. We'll only send 5 people to the game. Get Taylor Swift to sit with us, and then we'll see about upgrading or whatever you're considering. So we kind of laughed, and I know he's not going to do it. He knows he's not going to do it, but it was just fun. And so right after I hang up with him, he's going to get back to me. He hasn't yet. That was yesterday. I get an email, and I just want to read you the email just to show you how fooled you're being, how dumb they think you are, and how they think that you're going to believe anything they tell you, right? It's sad. I get this PSL Owner Perfect Attendance Award. Here's the hook now. Because nobody's going to the game. There's nobody sitting there. You can't even damn give your tickets away. They're now going to give you awards or potential awards if you fill your seat. Not you have to be in it, but somebody sits in it every game this year. You're going to get a PFL Owner Perfect Attendance Award. What it is, they'll put you in a drawing, which you're not going to win because it's only going to be one person that goes out of 74,000 people. Go to the Super Bowl, all expenses, I think is what it said. The other thing is, or you can get into the behind-the-scenes draft night with the Panthers. Probably just one person gets selected. So you got 2 chances out of 74,000. Nice odds, good luck. And then the last one is, if you do go, you will get this commemorative coin that they're minting to give to you that said you were perfect attendance. It's a gimmick to try to get you to go. Now, how stupid are we, right? How stupid are we? Think about that. The other thing is my company offered and I told my brother, and we've been talking about it, I told him about, we borrowed too much as a company, and now we got to go and get out of it. I'm not going to name my company, it don't matter. And so how they're going to get out of it is, I told my brother, watch, it's in the seasons. Everything I've been telling you on this channel is correct in the timelines. It's up to you to see it, find it from your perspective, not mine. They started in spring, first wave of saving money, selling companies for way below cost or getting rid of people. Telling them it's good for them, whatever, and then we're not backfilling. Then now they come with this early retirement plan, which I got offered. And that's summer. Spring was the releasing of people going to contract out the business, or AI. That's what it really is, so don't kid yourself. Then they're moving away us, and most of us were people that started our own company. They bought us to get into a market, right? And so the true approach that's coming, and I've been trying to tell you this, is get rid of the independent, original, thinking people that will be accountable, work for themselves, do what it's got to take to get the job done. Get rid of them. They won't fall into I talked to you about a cookie cutter. They won't fall into our cookie cutter program, where is all we got to do is we got to dumb down our workforce or bring in people that will do what they're told, follow the program, sell the way we tell you, work in the industry the way we tell you. Not how you know to work, what you know. No, do what we know. We're going to give you, and then you just follow, and then you'll be our employee. Well, you're going to get less, and eventually you're going to get on the outside because they're going to move it to AI. The only way they can make AI work, I promise you this, is to weaken the workforce's intelligence, its originality, its accountability, and then they can go to AI. AI will never work. It only knows and does what you give it. As things change, which they always do, and as they evolve, AI becomes obsolete. I talked about that yesterday. They had to get rid of, they're really getting rid of, the fat, maybe the higher paid people, maybe older, but they're all the original thinkers or the original company owners that sold to my company. and they're getting rid of them because they think for themselves. They don't fall for the narrative of, you're a valued employee. I love you. You're great, right? That's the last scenario I want to talk to you about. Everything that comes across along the communication lines is training for our valued associates. You are the most important. But if you really look at it, and I want you to do this for yourself. When, like the presidential election, I could care less about Democrats and Republicans. I could talk on both sides and trash you both and have you both thinking like, you know what, maybe he's right. Truth is, they're so general and they so love you and they're going to do it for you, till they get in. They didn't do nothing for you, but they got your vote because you foolishly believed in them. That's what my company's doing. They'll start with a paragraph. Our valued employee. We look out for our people. Our people matter. That's the first paragraph. There's 20 more paragraphs, and every bit of it after that is talk about how, look, you're going to have to buckle up. You're going to have to take a little less. There won't be raises. There won't be bonuses. You just got to work for less because things are tight, Well, they're not tight for the guys up top. They're running to try to drive the stock up by saying, look, we're doing better by cutting, not by growing, by cutting. It's making us look stronger. We're going to AI where we don't have all this. And Wall Street actually is trying to push that as well, to push the individual out. Don't get your work. Then you have to succumb to the system. It's all by design. They're trying to go to AI, trying to tell you you're worthless. AI is better than you. And I'm telling you, the moments are getting ready to show, it's going to be the farthest thing from the truth. Keep listening to their narrative. You're going to get what you deserve. You'll get the narrative of AI is going to control you forever. And it will if you keep buying into their system and don't think for yourself. If you think for yourself, the opposite's going to be true. You're going to have so many opportunities, potentially, if you don't let fear in, that it's coming to your time. That's why I kept saying to you all these years, go back to 2008 and 2009 when I said Pluto was going into Capricorn. There's transformation coming. There's going to be upheaval. All those things. I got the video in my channel. You can go back to it. And if you don't, I don't care. But I've been talking about since 08, 09, all the way through. We're at the ending where it's all coming to fruition. They're trying to tell you, you are nothing. You have nothing. Even though the truth is they're living off of you. They've sucked the life out of you. They're about done with you. Think they got all they can out of you. Now they're going to find something else. AI is going to be their kicker, and guess what? They leave you with nothing. They never were concerned about you. You don't matter. You don't operate that way. You would never do that to anybody. Just wake up and realize that's what they're doing. That's all I'm asking. It's pretty simple. Get after it. This is part 2 of yesterday's. If you hadn't watched yesterday's, watch it, because these two should coincide and you'll get what I'm saying. This is a beautiful time. The Great Awakening is here. And I'm knowing you are because you come here. Love your comments. Please tell me what you've noticed that I'm missing that are going to add to this narrative, okay? It's all about the top making the money, the parasite at the top trying to find us best host, suck the life out of us. How are you being a host? Who and how many parasites are living off of you? Good luck. Enjoy this because I think it's funny. I cracked up at the email from the Panthers, Carolina NFL, all that, saying, become a valued PSL owner by perfect attendance. They always put the blame on you. They've screwed this thing up so bad, overcharge, but they're trying to tell you that I'm trying to give you something to give me perfect attendance so I can look like the NFL's still famous, still popular. Couldn't be further from the truth. Now they're giving me gimmicks. I got an idea. Drop your prices. Quit being goofballs, right? And make the games and the things available financially for all of us if you want us to be a part of it. And quit rigging everything, because you're rigging it for you and you're making it seem like it's not. Bullshit, we're on to you. Good luck.